Hi Scorpio, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. Welcome in if you're new and welcome back if you're a subscriber. This is a weekly reading for July 12th through the 18th and I'm going to be using two decks for you today. One is called the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron-Reid. I'm shuffling for you now and I'm going to choose one and read from the book. And I'm also going to use the Light Seers Tarot to do a 9-card spread. And this is by Chris Ann. And in that 9-card spread, we're going to go horizontal, vertical, and big picture. All right, so while I'm shuffling, get comfy, feet on the floor, take a few deep breaths, relax. There's one. Into me I see. Okay, Scorpio, Gemini got this as well, in case you know a Gemini. Into me I see. And let's do your 9 cards. So we want to bring down the cortisol, right? Lower the stress hormone by taking deep, cleansing breaths. Makes us feel better. Drop the shoulders. It raises your serotonin and dopamine levels. Oxygenates the brain, right? Makes you feel good. All right. And I think that's good. I did a lot of shuffling beforehand. Here we go, 9 cards for you, and then I'm going to read that for you. Into me I see. All right, 9 cards. I'm going to take a look at them. So many people have been getting major arcana, and you are no exception. That's amazing. Wow. I think people are really conquering some issues with this new conjunction that's happening this week. On the 13th, for many of you in the world, maybe the next day for others, but Venus and Mars conjunct in Leo. That's the 5th house. Sun, fun, children, play, romance. And, you know, Venus and Mars are the celestial lovers, the yin and the yang, the male and the female. So I think, you know, we're working on some issues, relationship issues this week, maybe getting real about it, talking about it, and solving some problems. And I'm saying that most especially because Mercury is in Cancer. While we're still in Cancer season, until the 22nd of July. We'll move into Leo after that, but while we're still in Cancer season, we are still in the energy of the water of feelings, emotions, home, hearth, nurturance, and mothering ourselves now that we're adults, right? Taking care of ourselves and our own emotional needs. That's Cancer. So that's the time frame that we're in. Now, the alignments that are happening, Venus and Mars moving ahead of the sun into Leo with the moon. Well, that's, you know, really getting together and having a dialogue about it. We've also got Mercury finally out of a shadow period from being in Gemini forever, thinking about a million things, into the feelings of Cancer, which helps us talk about our feelings, right? So we're able to talk about the yin, yang, male, female feelings. Now, does that scare you? Scorpio? Some people that would make them go, ew. And some people that are like, oh, that's good. You know? So how do you feel about your feelings? Because when you get really comfortable about them, then you can really share intimacy. And this into me I see is a play on words for intimacy, right? And intimacy usually begins with the bridge of communication and sharing our feelings, having an open heart and vulnerable and genuine relationship ability to have that synergy with others, right? So into me I see, let's read that for you. Here we go. I was looking all over for it. Number 8. Into me I see. I'm going to read a portion of this for you. It says, key concepts: intimacy, trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection, the willingness to be vulnerable. At certain precious moments, you're called into a deep and meaningful connection with the world or another person. A magical affinity arises with the kind of intimacy that in turn encourages a greater understanding of yourself. The relationship acts as a mirror, helping you see your own patterns. What it reflects about you can further your own personal evolution. Now is the time to take a risk by connecting with another. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see what is still active within you that needs to change and heal? You will discover more about who you are as you discover more about another. Even if you cannot possibly know what it's truly like to be in someone else's shoes, you can listen and learn. This is a magical gift being offered to you right now. Vulnerability is a superpower. That's what I say, right? Right? Definitely. This concept applies beyond romantic connection. It also applies to other close relationships, work relationships, family relationships. And what do those relationships say about you? Relationships are extraordinary opportunities for healing. When predicated on honesty and caring, they have a great impact on how you can contribute to the world. Intimate relationships hold up a mirror of truth and reveal more treasures than you might ever expect. If you can look into it, take a risk, and see everything as beautiful, even in imperfection, imagine how deep you could go. So what's there to be afraid of, right? We all have all of the feelings, right? Positive and negative. It's what we do with them, how we put that energy and emotion emotionally. How do we emote? What are we doing with our emotions, right? So it's that. And, you know, we've got the yin-yang conversation happening this week, Scorpio. And for you, it may be about a love relationship. It may actually be about friendships for you, or other types of close relationships that you have with other people. Because, you know, this is really about the enjoyment and being in the company of others, right? So friends and groups you socialize with, right? Under the deck. And then Knight of Wands, having fun with them, moving forward fast, right? Dancing, going forward, like. And then, oh, on the other side of it, who am I committed to? This is playing, this is commitment, and then there's Three of Cups. Oh, okay. Well, so for some of you, we may have an issue with that. Maybe you've been dating multiple people, or maybe you are someone in a marriage and there has been temptation. You know, no judgment. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying, if that's been the case for any of you, then it's something that you're working with. And not only are you working on it, I see serious, that's not the right word. I was going to say improvement, but that's not even the word. Paradigm shift. There's a paradigm shift in the way you're seeing things. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10 major arcana in this reading, Scorpio. So, this is, you know, big work. This is soul work that you're doing. And you are doing it in collaboration with the universe, God consciousness, with the whole. You know, you are Horton and who? Horton and who? God is Horton and who? The microbial beings on your body are Horton and who? And so on, into infinity. Right? I'm sorry, fractal math. Phi the golden ratio, infinity. That's just kind of how I see the universe. So it's like this quantum thing where everything is energy. But you know, when we feel deeply and we feel negative emotions, we suffer. And we don't have to suffer. We can learn from what the emotion is trying to tell us and then make different decisions. But that's very hard to do. You know? It's very hard to do. And as we evolve, humans will get better at it. Okay, let's take a look at your reading. We've got the Star. This is a beautiful card. You know, yes, you are looking at the people in your life. You're looking at the relationships, the ones that are fun and the ones that you're committed to. So this could be friends, neighbors, and marriage, and everybody that you're relating to. It doesn't necessarily have to mean third-party situations or anything. Maybe that is the case for a couple of you. Maybe it is only for one person. Maybe it is a majority of you. But whatever it is, it's definitely about your relationships. The people you hang out with, the people you trust. With the Star, it's about trust and hope and faith. You know, who do you spend your time with? Because, you know, there's been a light shining down trying to help you see what matters inside, what you truly need emotionally. Seeing your part in the dynamics of all the relationships in your life. And have you healed some stuff? Have you been shoving it down over and over, right? Are you working on healing it? Because I doubt seriously you're watching these kinds of videos. If you're not, you're doing the work. I see that with the Strength card. The Strength is when we have self-mastery. We tame our lion. We tame our ego construct. We learn how to be better at being ourselves every day. And it's brave work, right? She puts her hand usually in the lion's mouth. In this part, she's half lion, half lamb, basically. She's learned how to manage and conquer her ego. Her, his, their, ours. We all have this dynamic inside of ourselves. Ego, superego, id. And somewhere in there, right, is our demons, the stuff that haunts us, the stuff we're afraid of, and the stuff we want, the stuff we desire, the stuff that we fall prey to because we constantly yearn for more or want for more, or we indulge in too much, right? So this is kind of this card. This is the card that conquers this card. So to see that, as a matter of fact, I would say these are the two cards that conquer the fear card. This is a faith card, and this is self-mastery over this. Wowzers, Scorpio. I love that for you so very much. You are definitely bringing improvement, number one, but also a paradigm shift as to your part in your relationship dynamics, no matter what they be. That whole top line, major arcana, which means pivotal moments in the hero's journey. It's like you've come a long way, baby, and you're healing because you've been strong and you have been mastering yourself, and you took your fall and you got back up and you figured it out. And that's why right now, sitting in this position in the King of Pentacles, you've mastered the suit of earth, what you're doing every day. You're practicing with good judgment how to live your life in a way that's, carefully conscious of your activity, right? You're putting a lot of time and effort into taking care of things. He's taming himself too with the wolf, right? Every day. And then, Cancer season. The Chariot card, Cancer season, your feels. Center of the reading, Cancer, the Chariot. This is the Cancer card, and so, day to day you've been doing good. You've been taking care of business, handling things. You've been responsible, dependable, practical, and committed. Someone people count on. But in Cancer season, when you're in the Chariot, it's like this a little bit. Which way do I go? It takes a lot of energy to control the reins of your life. Okay? But you're not alone. These three cards above it are telling you have spiritual help. The universe has your back, helping you to conquer this in your life, helping you to level up, and you're doing it. And the Knight of Swords comes along. So you might have gotten triggered during Cancer season, trying to control everything, keep things going the way you need them to go. And maybe you're running too fast and you're missing moments in time. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, or 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Some days you're getting ahead, some days you're not. And it's been a struggle right now. Probably in Cancer season, dealing with your feelings. You're a Scorpio. You do master the deepest, darkest feelings. But maybe you've been in denial of them for a really long time, and you've needed to learn this self-mastery. And if it's not you, Scorpio, it may be someone in your life. It possibly could be an earth sign, right? A Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. There's a lot of signs here. There's Aquarius, Leo, Cancer, Capricorn, all the major, well, many of the major arcana, you know, rule a particular sign. So it's, you know, don't focus on the signs necessarily. It's just saying that this is, you know, big spiritual work. It's like soul path work. Going through your life on your hero's journey, leveling up, growing in your wisdom for how to move through life successfully. This is just kind of like, these are, you know, going pretty fast. So I think slow down. Maybe slow down right now. Instead of avoiding your feelings or running away from them, I'm getting that. I think maybe, you know, instead of going out and having a good time or whatever, you know, or going to work all day, being distracted by that, this reading is saying your emotions are a little bit wobbly, a little back and forth, a little up and down, and it's time to take a pause. Pause. Where you might feel like you need to put yourself in a little bit of an uncomfortable position. Sacrifice some time, take time for yourself, and look at things differently. You see these esoteric symbols down here? She's confused, she doesn't understand, and trying to understand. This is you trying to understand yourself. And going back and forth over, what do I do? What do I do with these feelings? They're too deep. And they make me feel like I'm just going down the drain. I just don't know what to do with my feelings right now. And I'm upside down about it. Okay, that's okay. It's okay, Scorpio. You're allowed, right? We're all allowed to feel our feelings. It just says take some time out for them and allow for them. I think there is probably nothing more cleansing and clearing than tears. If you can't do that, if you're not a person who can watch a sad movie and cry it out, then a good salt bath is a good idea for you. You know, or swimming in the ocean. Salt is very cleansing. And in Cancer season, it really does help, you know, to immerse in some water. That's a good thing. It's healing. Okay, so this is also a healing card. And you're asking for help, you're asking for guidance, you really want to be stable, and you want to count on yourself as well as have other people be able to count on you, even when you're feeling upside down about things. You're taking a deep and profound look at what you're committed to, at what you're dependent on for, and what you depend on, who you depend on as well. You're taking a look at that, okay? Because you're trying to have faith in that. You can depend on yourself, others can depend on you, and you can depend on others. Okay? Because you have been working on your self-mastery, and you are moving it forward, okay? You absolutely are moving it forward. You just need to get past this energy, right? Yin-yang, yin-yang. Give yourself a little inward time, thinking and feeling time, where I'm thinking about how I think and feel. And then your external, what I'm doing out in the world. Both. Right? You need to do a little bit of both. This is also pretty quick movement in the coming month of Leo, or the season of Leo, which will begin on July 22nd. So in July 22nd starts, you know, the 4 weeks of Leo season, and that may be a time where you really move forward on things, really seriously take your life forward, because this is in the center of your reading. And it may have to do with getting together with people, okay? And you're really excited about it. Because I'm seeing fast movement here. It's like there's a slowdown at first to begin the week or whatever, and then it's picking up, and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? Planning, strategizing, making sure you've got all the balls in the air, you know, juggled, and dealing with stuff. So it's multitasking, steering your chariot, and having the strength to do it. And you're so tempted to do pretty much anything at this point else, right? Than be bogged down with whatever work and people and issues and stuff. So you're tempted. You're tempted. And it's like, I just want to run away from my feelings. But that's not the advice here. You know, the advice is, it's just open up. You keep a lot inside, Scorpio. You really do. You're very strong. You keep a lot internalized, right? You're driving. You're the one in control. And yet, right now, you're a little wobbly with it. Or, you know, at least a little upside down on what direction to take. This could be about work. This could be about relationships. This could be about your faith. This could be about your friends. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. When there are this many major arcana cards in a reading, you know, it's saying you're dealing with a bigger issue, right, in your life that you're trying to make change with. Remember, the two planets involved this week, Venus and Mars, had serious squares and oppositions in the last 2 weeks. So if it's relationship issues, you're having to change and let go of some old stuck stuff where you felt like, you know, somebody had you by the, you know, strings, and you're moving on from that. You've mastered something in yourself, and it's something that's just going to make you feel freer to be you, free to be me, right? Free to be me. I'm free to be me. That's what you're going to say. And into me, I am willing to see. And because I can do that, I can be free to be me. All right? I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for coming to the channel. I hope you give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And if you click on subscribe and smash that bell, you'll get a notification for next week. You can also go to my playlist that's called Weekly Readings Playlist, and that has all 12 sign readings for the week so that you can watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, anything you're interested in. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next week.